This new standard is intended for use by designers, engineers, planners, and townships to develop building practices that will enrich social fabric of a neighborhood while helping to establish a long-term economic sustainability in a way that minimizes overall environmental impact on the building site. The largest single problem LEED ND seeks to address is that of urban sprawl. Issues like runoff, deforestation, loss of habitat, increased dependence on motor vehicles leave their mark, which is most often completely destructive and virtually irreversible. This very clear and present call to action has mobilized individuals to rethink the way we build and formulate guidelines that might be a tool to help steer human development toward a more sustainable path. Beyond simply reducing the human footprint, LEED ND seeks to address human environmental impact across all major functions of daily life. This slide depicts the per capita carbon emissions of a suburban resident on the left, approximately 35,000 pounds per year, compared to the 22,000 pounds from the average urbanite, about 42% less. Also note the stronger commercial use component of the urban statistic. This can be attributed to increase in accessibility and use of mass transit, vertical development, and district heating and cooling. LEED ND pilot program is designed to benefit communities by developing in accordance with the principles of smart growth. Smart growth seeks to promote a more healthy, vibrant community in several ways, including connecting points of interest with pedestrian and bicycle-friendly lanes, to incorporate exercise into daily routines. Smart growth fortifies economies by stabilizing real estate markets and increasing foot traffic to points of commerce. By establishing or revitalizing a community or neighborhood to offer a strong array of accessible activities, the hope is that a ripple effect will occur in neighboring communities. The LEED ND development team used an approach similar to certifying buildings under LEED New Construction 2.2, only now broadening the requirements to address environmental and social issues on a community scale. The USGBC is a DC-based nonprofit comprised of builders, designers, environmentalists, and tradesmen with an interest in promoting environmentally friendly design. There are now over 140,000 LEED accredited professionals. By partnering with leading organizations, neighborhood development reaches beyond building to develop a more environmentally friendly methodology for urban planning. The Natural Resource Defense Council is one of the most broadly recognized environmental organizations. Since their founding in 1970, they've been spearheading broad earth critical initiatives, promoting agendas from curbing global warming to clean energy to reducing the use of toxic chemicals in industrial and consumer products. The NRDCs participated in the LEED neighborhood development through their Smart Growth program, which focuses on the topic. The Congress for the New Urbanism is a professional society of individuals and firms specializing in architecture, urban design, development planning, and engineering. They advocate the restructure of public policy and development practices to restore, revitalize, and create better built environments for humans. They believe that neighborhoods should be diverse in use and population, and that communities should be designed for the pedestrian and transit as well as the car. So, here's how it works. LEED ND offers a three-stage certification process. After initial registration and submitting the appropriate fee, an organization called the GBCI will review viability and establish that all prerequisites will be met. If they are, you'll be granted a conditional approval of LEED ND plan. This grants conditional certification for use in town board reviews and to help muster local support from communities. Once a project becomes entitled, or has broken ground on new construction, and after the GBCI has thoroughly reviewed the contract documents, a pre-certified LEED ND plan will be granted. This is designed to aid in securing funding, expedite permitting, and help attract clients. Finally, after the completion of the project, the GBCI verifies that the project meets all the intended credit requirements. Then they'll be granted their full certification. But first we'll take a look at the basic requirements. These are the conditions that must be met in order to be considered for certification. The first round of prerequisites appear in the Smart Location and Linkage chapter and are designed to guide the selection of the physical site. They include smart location, imperiled species, wetland conservation, agricultural land, and floodplain avoidance, which leads us to neighborhood pattern and design category, of which there are only three. Here they are: walkable streets, compact development, and connected development. And finally, green buildings and green infrastructure. A certified green building, not necessarily a LEED certified building, minimum energy and water efficiency, and construction activity pollution prevention. This is the checklist you'd be working off of if you were to pursue certification. Some of the interesting credit opportunities I have not mentioned so far are local food production, tree-lined streets, existing building reuse, historic preservation, on-site renewable energy. In all, there are 44 credit opportunities. Each of these categories represents an opportunity to earn varying amounts of points towards final certification. Out of the 110 possible points, at least 40 are required to achieve basic certification. In order to recognize projects for superior achievement, LEED ND awards certifications in graduated levels of distinction: silver, gold, platinum. But who's counting? The GBCI is. In 2009, the United States Green Building Council split from the responsibility of administering both the professional credentialing and the LEED building certification programs. Hence the creation of the Green Building Certification Institute, Credentialing Institute, which provides third-party confirmation that the LEED criteria have been met. The GBCI is undergoing the ANSI accreditation process for personnel certification agencies complying with ISO standard 17024. This standard is intended to limit conflict of interest that may arise from one organization both creating and enforcing the rules. LEED for Neighborhood Development was first conceptualized in 2002, and in 2004 a committee was formed to guide its development. In 2007, the first draft of the standard was unveiled for public review and comment, and in 2008 the pilot program was launched. Today, LEED for Neighborhood Development standard is ready to go live. It was only voted into standardhood this past fall, but the 238 project teams enlisted from across the U.S., Canada, and the world to field test this new system provided invaluable data for the Development Committee to refine the standard. As of March, there are 5 Stage 3 certified projects. There's 43 projects with Stage 2 certified plans and 20 projects with Stage 1 certified plans.